Then to the future from the year 2000 by a glitch caused by the Millennium Bug. I'm adapting to thrive in the peculiar conditions of the 2020s. Join me in a multimedia extravaganza as we surf the World Wide Web, catch up on 2 decades of video games and mess around with creative tools new and old. I'm Millennium Cyborg. Welcome to the new millennium. I had a variety of ideas. I thought, I should do a stream today. I'm kind of lying down on my sofa, idly wondering whether I was in the mood for more shaders. Well, yes, I'm always in the mood for more shaders. Or for maybe, Hot Wheels or something. And then I started hearing fireworks outside, and I checked my phone, and I realized it's November 5th. And on my pile of games I've been wanting to stream has been Fantavision. So, I quickly set myself up to stream it and hit go. Really, that's all there is to it. I've not gone through the tutorial. I had a brief go at the game a long time ago, and I don't quite remember how it goes. I think we'll start with the tutorial. But I've been doing November. It's been, there's been 4 days so far. I've done a couple of shaders. Been going well, although I'm spending a lot of time on. I don't want to burn out. I've read people say that they've been burning out. But I posted to Twitter my last 2 shaders that I made. I wonder if I can just quickly bring up the latest one here. So the theme for the first day was 3 sides, and this time it's 4 sides. I really, as usual, coming in hot and did not quite prepare the right things. So let's bring in Chrome. Head over to the game scene. That's not how I do that. So my idea was a reflective pyramid in the desert, and I got there. It's remarkably expensive. Okay, it's running at full frame rate right now, but it's really hitting the limits of my GPU, and I'm not very knowledgeable yet about I've got a kind of sandstorm effect in there with the audio you can hear. Yeah, it's neat. It took me many hours to figure out, to fiddle with the terrain functions to get the sand dunes and all that. But it was my first go at doing fog, at doing the clouds. I borrowed from somewhere else. The sound initially I figured out how to do, but found a better version to modify on someone else's code. I've got references. If you go to the shader here, you can see like all the stuff that I referenced. For example, the sound here. And it's my first go at doing a texture as well, I think. So I combined a few different wavelengths of noise to give a kind of long distance shade effect on the dunes, and then a really tiny sound grain effect. That looks pretty good. And somehow Yeah, there's not that many elements to the scene. It just took a long time to fiddle with everything. Getting the camera position and the dune and the pyramids, like doing the scene layout just by fiddling with a few variables took a long time. Probably better ways to do it that I will learn in time. And I'm hoping to keep going um, with that. Um, and continue doing some shaders. I've got a few ideas kicking around for the next couple of days. Okay. Time to get to gosh, funny. The Chrome capture shouldn't be active right now. Hmm. Well, what's going on? Pause the emulator. It's quite loud. I'll bring it down in my main mix. It's a bit better. And then yeah, I don't know. Please forgive the my disappearance for a moment. Okay, right, yep, I got it. I had something weird in my scene setup. Here we are. All right. Sure that my stream is even running. It is, and we're ready to go. Alright, and let's bring out the controller as well. So this is a PS2 game, came out in the year 2000.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the world of Fantavision. The explanation of the Fantavision game rules are divided into 4 sections: Basic Rules and Advanced Rules 1, 2, and 3. First, try to master the basic rules to enjoy the Fantavision world. Let's begin with the basic rules. Fantavision is a game in which you detonate firework flares that are launched in the air. The red circle in the middle of the screen is your cursor. Use this cursor to detonate the flares. Now, let's actually try to detonate a flare. Move the left analog stick on the controller to extend and control a guideline from the cursor. Align this guideline with a flare, and press the X button to move the cursor to the flare. This is called capturing a flare. Continue to capture flares. until you have captured 3 or more flares of the same color. At this time, the capture display will flash in the upper left screen. Press the circle button to detonate the captured flares. This is called detonating the flares.
So far, so good.
This process to detonate the flares and create fireworks. As long as you capture at least 3 flares, you may flash as many as you like at one time. If you fail to capture a flare after a certain period of time, the flare will disappear, and the play meter on screen will decrease. Also, if you capture the flare but fail to detonate it, it too will disappear after a certain period and be counted as a missed flare. Your play meter increases slightly by detonating the flares. However, if you miss several flares, your meter will decrease. And if the meter reaches 0, it's game over. This concludes Fantavision's basic rules. For more advanced techniques, please see the advanced rules.
I think that's enough to get started with. I'm keen to jump right in. That's a lot of rules. I really like the menu design.
Welcome to Fantavision. Three chain. Three chain. Four chain. Four chain. Star. 9 chain. 3 chain. 4 chain. 3 chain. 3 chain. 10 chain.
Okay, so there's some
4 chain.
I was expecting it to be a bit more obvious to start off with, but there's quite a lot going on. So obviously the multicolor ones are
3 chain.
any color.
3 chain.
And now what?
6 chain. Star. 8 chain. Star. 2 daisy. Star. 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 24 chain. Good. Energy up. 2 daisy. Star mine.
So we collected all the letters. Is this a bonus? It's a bonus stage, right? I didn't notice that exactly how the transition went.
Master chain. Great. 9 chain. Bonus points. Energy up. Star. 11 chain. 3 chain.
If we accidentally include the wrong color in a chain, it just makes it a miss, I guess.
2 daisy.
Oh, and you can detonate.
Star. 2 daisy.
Okay, if you've got 2 sets of 3, it does work out for you.
Bonus points. 27 chain. Wonderful. 7 chain. 3 chain. 3 chain. 4 chain. 4 chain. 6 chain. 5 chain. Star. Star.
Okay, so the unused
9 chain.
colors just get released, so you can in fact even use them to hop to a destination, which was what I was most worried about,
Stage clear.
because it can be quite tricky to make your way from one to the other without hitting intermediate ones.
Three chain. 2 daisy. 8 chain. 14 chain. 4 chain. Bonus points. 10 chain. Star.
I think order, yeah,
8 chain.
order matters with the any color rainbow ones.
4 chain. Star. Star. 12 chain. 3 chain. 9 chain. Star. 3 chain. 2 daisy. 12 chain. Bonus points. Star. 8 chain.
Right, so
10 chain.
it's really 3 in a row that matters.
5 chain.
It's probably one of these things where if you know exactly what's coming, you can plan for the level.
10 chain. Energy up. 5 chain.
If there, I can't complete it. I have to cancel out.
5 chain.
Okay.
3 chain.
I still don't get it.
7 chain. 5 chain. 7 chain.
So
Stop.
the stars are any color as well, maybe?
Star mine.
can barely see anything.
Master chain. Great.
Oh,
4 chain.
if you try to mash too quickly, you interrupt.
8 chain.
Wow, is that my...
Game over.
Wow, game over.
Thank you for playing. See you again.
So if you try to mash before your firework reaches the destination, or your cursor reaches the destination spark, it seems to
Of the Advanced Rules 1.
cancel the move.
Types of flares. Detonating a flare will create firework sparks. When a spark from a firework touches a same-colored flare, that flare will automatically be detonated. This is
Oh,
a chain reaction. Let's see how a chain reaction works. First, capture flares and detonate them. When the sparks from the fireworks touches other flares of the same color, the flares will detonate.
hi Bentai. Yeah, Fantavision. I don't know exactly what the timing was relative to the launch, but it came out in 2000,
The different types
and I only had the barest of goes at it back in the day. I played a friend's copy. So I thought today, being Guy Fawkes Day, would be a good opportunity to get into it.
creates a circular firework. This is your standard type of flare. Another circular
It's more complex than I expected.
just like the peony. The daisy flare detonates to create a circular firework. Type B, the willow flare. This is what a willow flare looks like. When you detonate a willow flare, the spark falls downward, like a willow tree. As a result, the chances for a chain reaction last longer than when a type A flare is detonated.
Can't imagine being able to exploit this information, in particular during gameplay. That's a lot more
Similar to the willow,
hectic.
the splash flare detonates with descending sparks. Type C, the wide flare. A wide flare looks like this. When you detonate wide flares, the chances for a chain reaction are spread in a wide area across the screen. Type D, the multi-flare. The multi-flare looks like this.
So we've definitely been getting some of those.
They split into smaller flares. And if you press the circle button again,
I see.
small flares will detonate at once. Learn the different types of flares and use them to create chains. This concludes the explanation of chain reactions and types of flares.
I think I'll keep doing this. I can go back to more tutorials when I get a game over. Unless... Does it let me continue, or am I starting from... Do I restart every time I get a game over? Huh.
3 chain. 3 chain. Star. 5 chain. Energy up. 7 chain. Star. 3 chain. 4 chain. 3 chain. 3 chain. Star. 4 chain.
I'm getting better at putting these combos together. So we've got red.
Chain. 3 chain. 3 chain. Star. 11 chain.
What are the chains? The number of explosions without misses?
3 chain. 3 chain.
I almost got those.
3 chain. 3 chain. Energy up. 5 chain. 7 chain. 11 chain. Energy up. 5 chain. Star. 2 daisy. 7 chain. 5 chain. 4 chain.
There's so much going on.
3 chain.
Alright.
4 chain.
Greens. Purples. Reds.
8 chain. Star. 11 chain. 6 chain. Energy up. 5 chain. Bonus points. 4 chain. 10 chain. 3 chain. 8 chain. 3 chain. 9 chain. Star. Star. 7 chain. 4 chain. Star.
Wow.
Star.
Yeah, the music's cool. Very period appropriate.
Master chain. Great.
The score overlay, the
Page
font,
clear.
it's all very much my aesthetic.
Congratulations.
I picked it out a long time ago, something I wanted to stream, and realized at the last second that it was Guy Fawkes today and I should really be streaming this. Okay, let's see what happens if I save my data. So on stage 2 this time. I'm expecting the data might not be...
Six chain. Three chain. Star.
anything more than
Six chain.
my score data.
Three chain. Three chain. Bonus points. Seven chain. Three chain. Five chain. Three chain. Two daisy. 11 chain. Bonus points. Star. Six chain. Nine chain. Four chain. Energy up. Eight chain. Four chain. Five.
So much going on, I can't say much. I'm laser focused.
Star. Four chain. Eight chain. Energy up. Star. Star. Eight chain. Four chain. Five chain. Chain. Star. Four chain. Four chain.
Like, I feel like I'm
Three chain.
knocking out all of these
Five.
chains, and yet
Three chain.
I'm missing quite a few, and so my... Look at that.
Over.
Game over.
Thank you for playing.
And this is normal mode. I was expecting, you know, a chill game where you just click some fireworks to make them blow up.
This is an explanation of the advanced rules to chains. Detonating multiple flares at once is called a chain. Let's see what a chain looks like. Four flares were detonated in succession. Each detonation is counted as one chain, and at the end of the chain number and a bonus score is displayed on screen. Flares that were detonated by a chain reaction will also be included in the chain number. Let's look at how this works. First, four flares are detonated. At this point, the number of chains is 4.
Like I'm getting plenty of chains. My issue is I'm missing a lot of them. So I need to think tactically. Use the next fireworks
The number of chains is 8.
display at the bottom.
There are 3 basic colored flares, red, blue, and green. In addition to these colors, there is also a multicolored flare called a wild flare. This is a wild flare. Wild flares may be combined with any other flare.
It says this is the advanced tutorial, but you need to know this stuff to make it past, you know,
Or
the first stage.
capture it in between flares.
Unless
You can also capture 2 wild flares with
I've hit one of those, you know, anti-piracy things where they detect you pirated the game and make the game suddenly way harder after a certain point after the
You must capture it in
tutorial.
with a colored flare. Usually, you can only detonate a single color at a time, but by using the wild flares, you may detonate different colors.
I think it's just me not being very good at the game yet. I've got a real Fantavision disc. It's just you get a much nicer capture out of the emulator than from my PS2.
Let's see how this works. First, let's capture a blue flare. Next, we'll capture a wild flare. As you can see, we may now detonate the flares. But since the last captured flare was a wild flare, we can also continue to capture flares of a different color. Now, if we detonate the flares, all flares can be detonated at the same time. Using the wild flares to detonate different colored flares is called a daisy chain. In addition, a chain reaction can occur with any of the colors that were detonated in the daisy chain.
So according to the manual,
Thus,
you can catch and then release a firework, and that'll make it stay on the sky, in the sky or on screen longer than one that you haven't touched at all.
flares also react to the green sparks and are detonated.
So you can, it says you can dribble a firework by catching and release it,
Daisy chains are calculated
catching and releasing it.
with special bonus points.
And that sounds
Chain bonuses.
definitely worth a go.
Daisy chains are a little more difficult, but a necessary technique to achieve a high score. Try using daisy chains when you have become familiar with the game. This concludes the explanation of Advanced Rules 2, Chains. This is an explanation
The back of the box says,
of Rules 3.
find great crazy mad out of head experience from Japan.
An item
New fantastic time ahead with party new fantastic time TM ahead with party game.
recover your play meter.
People crowd round to watch, to play, to live in Fantavision. Play and see and live and love with new fantastic time TM Fantavision.
Of course, you may also create a daisy chain using an item. The item will take effect when it is detonated. There is a special mode in the game that will help you increase your score. This is called the Star Mine. The Star Mine requires an item called a star. This is a star.
I'm hearing real fireworks outside at the same time because, you know, it's the evening on
A letter in
the 5th of November.
at the bottom of the screen will light up. When you have
I
collected
guess I'm having a very immersive experience.
a special flare called a Star Mine Flare will appear. This is a Star Mine Flare. Like the wild flare, a Star Mine Flare may be combined with any other colored flare. When you get the Star Mine Flare, Star Mine, you will enter the Star Mine.
Yes?
The flares you detonate with the Star Mine Flare, the longer your playtime will be in the Star Mine. In the Star Mine, a large number of flares are launched at a faster pace than in normal mode. The colors of the flares launched in Star Mine is determined by the color of the flares that were detonated with the Star Mine Flare. In the case you see here, only the red flares will appear. In the Star Mine, you can earn more points at a faster pace than in normal mode.
the misses count in star mine mode?
Note that in the star mine, instead of showing the next flare, the remaining length of time is displayed on screen. Also, for each flare you miss, your star mine time decreases instead of your play meter.
Okay.
Note that if you miss many flares in succession, the star mine will end quickly. When the star mine ends, the results screen will be displayed. The score you achieved in the star mine is displayed. This concludes our explanation of Advanced Rules 3, Items and the Star Mine. We hope you enjoy the world of Fantavision.
Well, with all that knowledge, flash delay, is that just to synchronize the firework explosions with the sound?
Welcome to Fantavision.
Yeah, so we already start from stage 1, even after having saved.
3 chain. Bonus points. 4 chain. 4 chain. Star. 3 chain. 3 chain. Star. 10 chain. 3 chain.
So the captured ones, if I tap it, or if I capture it, it'll last longer.
4 chain. 8 chain. 3 chain. 7 chain. 8 chain. Bonus points. 2 daisy.
Oh, I got all of them. So I get the green,
11 chain. Good.
kind of release that one, get the reds, the green, release it, get some purples, greens again, get the reds, release them. No, release that. Ah, it's chaos already.
Chain. 5 chain. 7 chain.
Release. Get that one, get that one, get that one.
3 chain.
I can only release one, like I can only release the latest one.
10 chain. Star. 5 chain. 8 chain. Energy up. Star. 12 chain.
Even knowing about the dribbling technique, as the manual called it, where you try and keep one alive.
4 chain. Star.
It's pretty tough.
3 chain. 9 chain. 6 chain. 6 chain.
There's travel time to worry about as well, but between each firework.
2 daisy. 12 chain. 5 chain. 5 chain. 4 chain.
Cancel these 3. Go back to the purple. I missed the green.
6 chain. 3 chain. Star. 8 chain. Star mine.
I'm getting a chain reaction, which is why I'm having trouble selecting. They kind of dim out when they're under the effect of the chain reaction, I think.
Stage clear. Congratulations.
Yeah, drum and bass. One day, to make my own drum and bass tracks. At the moment I'm still just, you know, twiddling knobs on my various little synths. Oh well, now that's interesting. The game has different soundtracks depending on the version. Let me just click around on some extremely legal websites. For a moment. The copy I have is the European version. You might be able to, yeah, depending on how long the stream lasts and how fast my downloads go, maybe check that out. I wonder if it was a licensing thing or...
Chain. 6 chain. 3 chain. Star. 12 chain. 6 chain. Energy up. 2 daisy. 9 chain. Star. Star. 12 chain. 6 chain. 6 chain. 3 chain. 6 chain. Energy up. Star. 3 chain. 10 chain.
They really don't last very long if you don't capture them at all.
Star. 9 chain. Star. 12 chain. Star. 6 chain. Bonus points. 2 daisy. Star mine. Good.
Oh, I got 2 different colors. And lots of misses this time because of that. Interesting.
Master chain. Great.
Hardly had to do anything at the end. Lots of chain reactions. EU is more dance-based. US is electronica. Japanese was
Star.
Soichi Terada. What else did they do? Any other soundtracks I'd recognize?
9 chain. 3 chain. 3 chain. 8 chain.
Managed to juggle a few of them there, but
10 chain. 3
I'm
chain.
missing a lot now.
Game
Come on.
over.
Ah, I feel like I always lose on that bit.
See you again.
Hey, Neff. Haven't seen this game for a long, long time. Yeah, I barely played it back in the day. I think it was a friend's copy. See. Soundtrack for Ape Escape. Interesting. Well, so this is the US version, which I booted up because, you know, with NTSC and PAL and so on, I usually go for the US versions these days, unless there's a reason to go for something else. But I will go browse. Reboot. So this is the Japanese version.
Welcome to Fantavision. Please enjoy this fantastic journey. Three chain.
Yeah, Neff, so Bentai was just saying that apparently the US, Japanese and European versions all have different soundtracks, which I had no idea about because I'm bad at doing research. And I started up this stream because I heard the fireworks outside and went, oh right, I should do some fireworks related game.
Three chain. Four chain. Three chain. Eight chain. Three chain. Three chain. Four chain. Eight chain. Six chain. chain. Bonus points. 4 chain. 4 chain. 3 chain. 2 daisy. Stop.
Despite the complexity, I think I am getting a bit
Good.
better at it.
3 chain.
I just missed one.
Stop. 6 chain. 6 chain. 14 chain. 4 chain. Bonus points. 6 chain. 4 chain. 8 chain. 6 chain.
Couldn't figure out how to get that going.
13 chain.
Right.
3 chain. 3 chain. 3 chain. Stop. Stop. 27 chain. Good. 6 chain. Stop. Stop. 7 chain. 3 chain. Stop. 3 daisies. Star mine.
There's a very 60s era game show vibe. Yeah, definitely. So far I prefer the US one, but it's kind of fun. Oh no, I've got every colour involved here.
Good. 4 chain.
That's tough.
Three chain. Star. 4 chain. 3 chain. 3 chain.
Oh, wow, you
3 chain.
really don't have time at some points to... Right.
Stage clear. Congratulations.
Let's try the European version then. Huh. Oh. Hmm. Hmm? I mean, that's probably not good. Okay. This reminds me of the Wetrix music. Have they renamed it from normal and hard to easy and hard?
Welcome to Fantavision. Please enjoy this fantastic journey.
That gets my heart pumping.
3-chain. 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 Star. 6-chain. 4-chain. 7-chain. 3-chain. 7-chain. 7-chain. 9-chain. 6-chain. 6-chain. Star. 9-chain. Star. 5-chain. Star. Energy up. 7-chain.
Interesting. I do feel like I'm getting better at it,
7-chain.
despite the rules being pretty tough to... It's like you don't imagine you're going to be able to decide all those
5-chain.
different things the game wants you to think about in the moment.
8-chain. Star. 9-chain.
Missed my chance to get that purple one.
7-chain. 7-chain. 6-chain. 20-chain. Star. 3-chain.
I think we might have more colours than we want. Oh no, okay, only purples. I think I'm just in a big chain reaction. I can't even trigger anything. Here we go. A few more.
Master chain. Great.
This one makes me think Jim Croft saw this and was inspired by late 90s UK EU rave culture. So was Jim Croft the EU composer? Looks like it. Oops. Oh.
9 chain.
It's funny, this is in a way more stressful than
11 chain. Star.
like Tetris Connected, even at high speeds.
Star. Star.
Because Tetris,
15 chain. Good. Star. 4 chain.
has
Star. 11 chain. Energy.
a good rhythm of
Star. 9 chain.
quiet bits and faster bits, and this one just seems to pile on.
Master chain. Wonderful. Stage clear.
I want to see what's further in the game. Kind of stages there are after this. What does hard mode even look like? Save replay data, right. You can carefully analyze the mistakes you made and train your Fantavision esports team. Right, purple, release. Grab the reds.
4 chain. Star. 4 chain.
Greens.
8 chain.
Purple, red,
Chain.
greens.
7 chain.
Delaying these as much as I can.
6 chain. 3 chain.
I guess that's good to try to create more potential for chain reactions.
6 chain. 16 chain. 8 chain. 3 chain. 4 chain. Star. 4 chain.
Oh no, I didn't want green.
Star. 5 chain. Star. 6 chain.
I could just restart from a level that I've reached before. It'd be a lot less stressful.
Star.
Okay. Okay.
23 chain. 3 chain. 9 chain. Star. Star. 15 chain. 2
That was a lot of misses.
4 chain. Good.
Oh,
7 chain. 11 chain. Star. 8 chain.
Star Mine just in time to save me from some embarrassing misses. We're on stage 2, we're halfway through. I remember how far I got on stage 2 last time.
Master chain. Very good.
Hard mode on a 2000 era PS2 game has got to be pretty intense. Yeah, I imagine so. Oh, we can try it for giggles
3 chain.
when I get a game over. Cancel
4 chain.
this one. Like, even mechanically, the execution is pretty tough.
19 chain. 6 chain. 3 chain. Game over.
I like how my cursor just slowed down to a crawl when I was getting the game over. So we're trying hard mode just to see what it's like.
Fantavision. Please.
Maybe it's just the same fireworks, but requiring you to get much higher scores.
Three chain. Star. Energy up. 22 chain. 4 chain. Star. 9 chain. 7 chain. 7 chain. 3 chain. 6 chain. 11 chain. 13 chain. 24 chain. Star. 4 chain.
Can't even speak. There's so much concentrating on
Star.
what's going on. Yeah, gotta release the. Oh no! The moment I think I know what I need to do, the next block come around and the plan has to change, which would probably be much less of a problem if I paid attention to the fireworks coming up.
Star mine.
an interesting question. What happens to the fireworks you've got locked on when they're involved, when they're already blown up by a chain reaction somewhere? I haven't been able to figure that out.
Master chain. Wonderful. Energy up.
Just the aiming is so crucial, because if you get it off by a bit, you end up on totally the wrong firework
Thank you for playing. See you again.
and totally mess up the plan. This is far deeper of a game than I expected. I'm probably gonna check out a long play of the EU version and see what the soundtrack is like later on and what the stages are like. But I think I'm not going to make much more progress today. What should we do next? Kind of itching to go back to shaders, but I think I'll do that off stream. I'll optimize my last November shader, and then having learned that, tomorrow I'll probably tackle something new. Yeah, it's been a short stream, but I think I might wrap it up here. Got a bunch of projects to do and to get back on them. Thanks for joining me. No one to raid right now. I'm glad I even remembered to check for once. Buttons, broken buttons. Oh, and get my transition in. Oh yeah, thanks for watching. It's time for me to go. And if you, like me, have caught the Millennium Bug, make sure to watch the next stream or find me elsewhere on the World Wide Web by clicking on the links below the video. I've been Millennium Cyborg, keep that future vibe, and I'll see you in the world of tomorrow.